Hello and welcome, LYRASIS members. This is our first ever LYRASIS Services video tutorial. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the new LYRASIS. It's been completely redesigned with you in mind. We've streamlined the quote-to-order process in order to save you some time. And getting started is easy. You'll just want to log in. The login link is in the upper right hand of every LYRASIS webpage. Once on that page, there are options if you need to reset your password, if you'd like to be signed in automatically, or if you need to sign up for a new account. The new look is streamlined and sleek, allowing you to maximize and minimize tabs. You can switch between accounts if you're over more than one campus, and you can reset your password to something more memorable if need be. But before I get in too deep, let's go over what we're going to discuss today. Since I only have you for a short time, we're going to focus on three key areas: updating your account information and keeping it current. We'll move on and discuss managing your financial accounts online and your options to do so. And finally, we'll discuss the crown jewel of the new LYRASIS, the ability to review and process quotes to order online. It'll be a breeze. It's easier than ever to keep your account up to date in LYRASIS, and it's more important than ever too. And I'm going to tell you why, or at least the top 3 reasons. First, different contacts get different pieces of information, and you want your quotes and your invoices going to the appropriate person. Second, having your updated IPs means that your access stays on, and having your FTE means that you get quote prices more quickly. Finally, the seamless integration with class registration is a benefit you're going to want to take advantage of. Let's make some edits. Within LYRASIS, you'll see on the right what look like links, but are actually helpful definitions. If you roll over them, they'll explain terms you may be less familiar with. Clicking on the edit link at the bottom of each tab takes you through to a screen like this. Within it, you'll find editable fields where you can update your FTE IP ranges, can select different contacts, receive different pieces of information from your complete contacts list. Clicking Submit updates this information instantaneously. Moving on to the Contacts tab, you'll find it's just as simple to update individual contact information within LYRASIS. Clicking the Edit link next to any contact's name will take you to this screen where you'll have options to update their name, their title, and other contact information to prevent errors from occurring in individual communications. Clicking Submit updates this information automatically. You'll also have options to update their access, which I want to discuss with you. There are 3 different levels of access within LYRASIS: full, general, and no access. Having full access is being in charge. You have editing privileges, you can approve quotes, you can reprint financial reports, and you have access to the standard membership benefits. You can register for classes at the member rate. General is a little bit of a different thing. You're more of a sidekick. You have viewing privileges, but you can't make edits. You do have those membership benefits, so you can register for classes. No access means just that. You have no privileges and no access. But you don't have to stay that way. Send a quick email or give us a call at member support. Member support at lyrasis.org, 800-999-8558. We'll update your status and privileges in a jiffy. It's just that easy to keep your contacts up to date in LYRASIS. But there's so much more functionality to talk about. Let's get on to the money. Managing your financial accounts within LYRASIS. You have 2 different accounts with LYRASIS. The first is your open item account, sometimes referred to as the invoice account or the 00 account after its account prefix. Within LYRASIS, you'll have options to reprint invoices and update the contact for that statement. Your deposit account has a lot more functionality within LYRASIS. Sometimes it's helpful to think of it as a checking account, and it's referred to by its prefix of 60. Within LYRASIS, you'll be able to fund for future purchases, arrange for payments, and view past deductions. This is what the Manage Financial Accounts section looks like within LYRASIS. Managing your deposit account within LYRASIS is easy as a result of 4 key forms that I'm going to discuss with you briefly. The first form is a check request. This is for paying outside vendors with your LYRASIS deposit account. The second is a funds transfer request. This is for paying outstanding invoices that had not been deducted from your deposit account within LYRASIS. Invoice request form funds your deposit account in advance of purchases. And finally, though it's not found within the deposit account tab of the MyLYRASIS. The annual estimator tool is a tool that creates an invoice for a full year's worth of purchases in order to fund your deposit account in advance of those purchases. Since a form is pretty much a form, I'm just going to take you through really quickly one of these. Clicking on the link will open another window. And the key, of course, is to fill in all fields that are denoted with the red asterisks. Those are required for processing. But down at the bottom, you'll find a special instructions area where you can include any pieces of information that are important. Clicking Submit submits each form instantaneously, and you'll receive a confirmation email. Let's talk a little bit now about quote processing. This is, as I mentioned before, the crown jewel of the new MyLYRASIS. It's for you busy bee librarians. It's a self-service option with an automatic confirmation email. It gives you the chance to review and edit 24/7, making your decision at your leisure. If you prefer to receive a standard renewal quote, just reach out to member support at lyrasis.org. Let's process a quote. Clicking on Manage Quotes, you'll want to click on the full quote details. Once within, you'll see details of each product within the renewal. You'll be given options for the account you're going to pay out of, as well as the billing contact that you want to receive the invoice. This terminology sometimes confuses people, so I wanted to discuss it very briefly. Your order contact versus your billing contact. Your order contact is the person who decides whether or not to renew. Your billing contact is the person who receives the invoice. This may be the same person. Regardless, it's more of an and than a versus. You guys are working together as a super team. And we appreciate your work. Selecting the billing contact, which you now know means the invoice person, you'll just choose what you want to do with this renewal quote and click on the appropriate button. Closing this out, now that you've submitted it, if you go to your email, you'll find a confirmation that serves as a sort of receipt with all of the details of that renewal. Your invoice copy will come within 24 hours or 1 business day. Back on the page, the quote is gone because you've already managed it. Thanks so much for coming along with me on our very first LYRASIS Services video tutorial. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas for future tutorials, please feel free to reach out to member support. Member support at lyrasis.org, 800-999-8558. Thank you very much for your ongoing membership.